TradingView's free and paid plans both promise to help you become much more profitable, but there's a massive difference between them that many reviews completely ignore besides for the price, and it makes choosing the wrong plan a potentially very expensive mistake. I used both versions in my live trading, and what I discovered changed how I use the platform completely. If you're deciding which is right for you and whether the paid plan is overpriced, this video will save you time, money, and frustration. Let's get straight to it. So, the TradingView free versus paid plans isn't just about removing ads or getting more indicators or getting slightly more complex tools, right? It's about two completely different trading experiences. One keeps you learning, and the other is built for earning. When you start with the TradingView free plan, you get basic charting, a couple of indicators per chart, and a few alerts. It's fantastic for beginners. You can learn the layout, you can test new ideas, and you can follow the markets without spending a dime. It's designed for casual charting and education, so if you're more of a beginner and you're trying to learn, great place to start. But the moment your trading gets serious, of course, when you start tracking multiple stocks, using complex strategies, or you need to act on fast-moving data, that free plan hits a wall. You're limited. You can't get enough alerts to cover your watch list. You can't open enough charts to see the full picture. The data can feel slower compared to real-time needs. And then when you switch to a TradingView paid plan, either the Pro, Pro Plus, or Premium, you suddenly have the capacity to trade like a professional across a variety of different tools and experiences. We're talking multiple charts per layout, dozens of indicators on a single chart, and hundreds of price and technical alerts, and many more different tools that you can use. The data is faster, the tools are deeper, and the entire workflow is built for action, not just observation and education. But don't just take my word for it. I dug into what other traders are saying about TradingView's a free versus paid version, and I found one trader who mentioned that he was using the paid Pro Plus plan. He explained that the 100 alerts were enough for his needs, and he valued being able to use up to 10 indicators and a 4-screen layout. He stated that, in his opinion, these features were fully sufficient for both momentum and swing trading. Another user who had purchased the premium plan during a sale called TradingView the best charting software available without question. He mentioned that he couldn't imagine trading without it, emphasizing that it was the first and most essential purchase he'd made when he decided to start trading for real about 15 months prior. Now, to be fair, the TradingView free version definitely has its fans, right? I found a review from a trader who said that he only used the free version. He reported that it was more than good enough to cover his charting needs, and he praised the many useful tools that made trading easier that they had in the free version. But he did admit that he wasn't necessarily at a level yet where he needed the paid features to begin with, though he noted that the additional alerts and the paid tiers looked pretty compelling on their own because he was starting to increase the number of alerts he needed. And I think, yeah, all that is the perfect summary. The free plan is for those, just finding their level, and the paid plans are for the traders who found their edge and need the tools to exploit it consistently. Okay, so now that we know the free and paid plans and how they serve different kinds of traders, let's look at what you're actually getting behind the login screen. I tested every major tool, and the gap in capability is staggering. Let's start with Supercharts, which is the heart of TradingView. This is where you live, essentially. On the TradingView free plan, you get one chart per tab, a limited selection of time frames, and you can only add 3 indicators before you hit a wall. It's functional, it works, but it's pretty limited. Upgrade to a paid plan, and Supercharts transforms. You can have multiple charts in a single layout. Think main chart, a sector chart, and a market breadth chart, all on one screen. I regularly use a 4-chart layout on my Pro Plus plan, and then you get access to all the time frames, including custom ones, and you can load up to 25 indicators on a single chart. So for my trend following strategy, that's enough for me, and being able to layer multiple moving averages, RSI, MACD, and volume profile on one chart without closing another is a game changer. It's just kind of necessary if you're trying to level up. It's not just a convenient thing. It's how you see the correlations and confirmations in real time. Okay, next, the alerts feature. On the free plan, you can set super simple alerts for when a stock hits a certain price, but serious trading runs on alerts. On the paid plans, you can create some incredibly complex ones based on your own custom indicator formulas if you want. This was the single biggest practical upgrade for me, like if I wanted to tweak things. So I set alerts not just on like price, but also on RSI divergences, moving average crossovers, and volume spikes across my entire watch list. If you really want get down into the details and figure out where things are popping up, and you want these specific details, you have to upgrade, right? And for those who want to test ideas without risk, there's the paper trading feature, which is a fantastic tool to test ideas without using money. So I've used simulators on many platforms now, but TradingViews feels pretty seamless. It's built right into the charts you're already using, so you can practice your strategy with fake money in the same environment you'd use for live trading. I used this to test a new options strategy for weeks before risking a single dollar. Speaking of which, the options strategy builder is a beast. You can build any kind of complex options spread you can think of, calendars, iron condors, you name it. And you can visualize the risk profile right on the chart itself. So if you're into options, this tool alone can definitely justify a TradingView subscription cost, in my opinion. Screeners are another area where the limits hurt. Like the free screener is pretty basic. Paid plans will unlock more columns, more filters, and the ability to save complex screen setups. So I have a screener for high volume breakouts and another for oversold bounce candidates running 24/7. The free plan can't do that simultaneously. It's mostly just good for testing it out and for a very limited set, right? One of my favorite advanced features is yield curves. This is pure macroeconomic insight. It lets you compare government bond yields across countries. It's a professional grade research tool tucked right into the platform where you can just figure out what the best bond returns are, right? Now, for the coders and tinkerers, PineScript is a game changer. This is TradingView's programming language. You can find over 150,000 community-built scripts already built, so if you don't actually know how to code, you can already find them there. I don't know how to use this. This is out of my league already. If you have a unique trading idea, you can code it into your own custom indicator or strategy if you want. Good luck with that. It's too much for me. It's a bit difficult. The best part is that you can backtest this right on the platform to see how it would have performed historically. So if you want to get down and dirty into the details and you want to code your own, then go for it. This is how you do it. It does require those premium tiers though. The backtesting is also super robust. While TradingView officially prefers a manual candle by candle replay for discipline, which is a valuable skill, the automated backtesting you can definitely do with your own PineScript strategies, and I think that's a huge time saver for quantifying an edge if you really figure out how to use someone else's script, or you can create your own if you can figure out how to do that. There is some education and documentation, plenty of community comments about it, so look through those and you'll figure out how to do it. For a smoother workflow, you can connect your brokerage account directly to TradingView as well. So this means you can monitor the markets, you can analyze charts, and you can execute trades all from a single tab in your browser. Pretty seamless. You don't have to jump everywhere else for it. Having everything in one place really does make things a lot easier. And the sentiment in all the trading communities and all the comment sections and forums and stuff, especially like on platforms on Reddit, it strongly validates the significant advantage and control that come with opting for a paid TradingView plan. TradingView's free version definitely has a lot of great tools, but it's definitely pretty limited if you're already above that beginner level. So here's a thread where a trader asked if Pro or Premium was worth it for someone making 3 to 5 trades per week. One user replied that if you're trading even that frequently, it's worth the investment. The added features can seriously improve your trading and your research depth and your understanding of the market. Here's another user who was even more direct, just saying that it's 100% worth it. And there is an analysis I actually read on brokerchooser.com, which was based on some first-hand trading experience, which concluded that while the free plan is enough when you're starting out, a paid subscription is worth it for its enhanced perks and all of its deep features and information, especially for active traders. 3 to 5 per week is still a large amount relative to most people who, again, don't trade at all. So you definitely want to do your research into all the trades that you make and understand them more deeply, align it with your strategy, and having the premium version is definitely necessary for really understanding the choices that you make in a deeper level. But of course, there's no perfect platform out there, right? TradingView itself, oh, the difference between the free and the premium is like, oh, you get so many more features, but it's not a perfect platform. So if you're going to make the choice between, upgrading from the free version to the paid plans, you need to know the potential downsides of this platform. The most common complaint that I've seen is about the platform stability on the mobile app. So I saw this review here from a trader who complained that the mobile app could be glitchy at times. Sometimes the watch list would load, but the chart wouldn't, and he felt that it was an app issue, not his network. So in my own experience testing the mobile app, I did find it to be generally solid for checking charts and alerts on the go. I didn't really encounter any issues. So is this a deal breaker? Not for me. I didn't notice anything, but it is something to note. I did encounter one or two people talking about some issues with the mobile app, whether it's a connection issue or not. If it's an issue worth thinking about, then it's good to know about, right? A simple refresh usually fixes any kinds of network issues or glitches or anything. I mostly use the desktop version too. I don't know. They generally prioritize adding new features and maintaining the incredible charting engine. And if that means a rare glitch on the mobile app, then I'm okay with that. But again, it's up to you. When it comes to the cost of stepping up from the free to the premium versions, the pricing is tiered, right? So there's the Pro Plus, and then TradingView Premium. So they often also have the discounts too. So like if you want to upgrade from Pro or to Pro Plus, they might have a discount, or from free straight up to premium, like another discount, right? So if you want to see any of their discounts, make sure to check that link in the description below for the absolute latest TradingView free or paid plans and the pricing and any current promotions or trial offers going on. I'll keep that link updated too so that you can make your decision based on the latest numbers and deals. So after a couple months of testing TradingView and using the free version and using a few of the different paid plans, I tried Pro Plus, and Premium separately to see which ones came with which. Where does that actually leave this review? Here's my straight take, right? Like, if your goal is to trade seriously, to move from watching the markets to actually capitalizing on them consistently, if you're going to be trading at all, essentially, then the free plan will become a bottleneck pretty fast. I recommend using it for maybe a couple weeks, a month, up to a month, if you really want to try using it. But basically, before that point, you'll be running into walls. For turning analysis into actual actionable, profitable decisions, my vote definitely goes to the paid plans. I don't think you need the premium, but definitely check out Pro Plus, and if you really want to upgrade to get the maximum, premiums at the top. So to get started and to see any current offers on the plan that fits your trading style, check the link in the description below.